I need to know if my audio is working properly. And then I'll say what's up in the chat. But seriously, I have a mic here, but I'm not sure if it even works. So I need the 411. I have not streamed in a long time. Amish gang, what is good? What do we got? All right. I don't know how much time I'm going to spend on crypto in the next 6 months, but I'm going to spend a little time today and then be done with it. When I say be done with it, I mean not talk about it too much. Not that I don't like to get up. He's back. Sounds good, bro. That's all I needed to hear. That is all I needed to hear was sound is good. That is due for a celebration. So I dedicated a day and a half to like looking at crypto pretty much exclusively because I have so many computers and so much different crypto, and it's all spread out so far. And so I consolidated everything, not necessarily in my mind more than in literal terms. Yeah, I'm sitting on the new flows. How we doing? How we doing? Let's say what's good in the chat. I'm rusty, so be easy on me. We got Luna, C Point, Hexican Papa, J Perry, 014. I see you are just holding and staying out of the way. Me too. How else could you do it? I don't just want to talk about Pulsechain. I want to talk about crypto in general and what I think about it as a whole now that I've stepped back a little bit. Because when I got into crypto, I got into it for I don't know about the right reasons. Like nobody gets into the right reasons, but I thought that freedoms were getting taken away and crypto was a good way to get around, maybe not get around that, but yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was a step in the right direction. And then I realized that human beings are absolutely thrill-seeking, super physiological, monkey blood-sucking animals. And we all are to a degree. Like some things intellectually stimulate people. That doesn't mean that it matters. Like if you're on a big construction site and one of the guys wants to learn about the steel and then they just say, screw off, we got to do this work. You know what I mean? Like it's all about money. But there are some key points I think we could take away from it. Dr. V Ray in the house. What's up, Doc? I can't even find the Crypto in the Morning song anymore. I think I'm on Twitter too. I didn't even press Twitter on purpose. But I want to see some biceps in the chat, and I want to know, is the audio sounding pretty good? Because I have questions for you guys, so I need to know if you're participating. I have a few questions for you OGs. Because I've been out for a minute. But we will screen share to Twitter, and we will screen share to a couple different spots. Yeah, I spent like the last 30 hours really diving in, moving money around a little bit. I would say generally just moving money around. And hold on one second. Yeah, just moving money around and I took out some money too. I did a lot of things in the last, but dude, it's kind of complicated once you spread if you have a couple computers with a couple different things on them and a couple different passwords and a couple different treasures and it can get dicey quick. It can get so dicey quick, but I actually was happy with my results today because when you step away from anything for a year, like you have there's thousands of dollars lying around in different places that were not even relevant for anything, no matter what. That's what happens when you step away. So I am going to be honest about this whole PDI situation. In my opinion, I literally started looking at crypto Twitter again the second this PDI crash happened. So I just bought a bunch of it because I was like, if PDI was here a year ago and PDI is still here, and I've like, again, $100 like laying around in every which account. So I just started buying PDI and Atropa and like kind of lucky, but like everyone's talking about it and it plummeted to zero. So like really you gave the rat no real. What am I going to do? It's just the nature of the game. I see blood in the water and everyone tweeting, I'm buying every time. And I don't know, Richard's tweeting about this crap. Like, I cannot believe it. It is unbelievable that Richard's talking about PewDiePie and like, I thought that was just another one of the things. Whatever happened to Text and Token, whatever happened to Mintra, whatever happened to Power City, whatever happened to LUSD, whatever happened to everyone. Where is everyone? Millions of dollars in the sacrifice for all these things. Mintra, where's Mintra at? I haven't seen peep one from any of them on Twitter about anything. Who else? What about Buck? Where's Buck? Where's Maddie All In? How many people of these people have they? Is everyone rugged up? What happened over here? Oh, you can't even live stream on Twitter without a premium account? I didn't even know I didn't have a premium account. That's lame. We're just going to one destination now. But yeah, so where is everyone? I can't even remember who they are, but like there was so many things. I need to know. Where are all these people? Did they all rug, or is the market just absolutely destroyed? Because the truth of the matter is, I'm pretty sure everything's fine. But we've been down for longer than previous cycles, so I guess we can assume that we'll go up for longer. I'm here still buying too, Papa. 100%. Oh, yeah, Trump got elected, all this stuff. I mean, but let's look at the reality of the situation. So I'm going to give my best since I've been out of the game for a full year, literally never even turned on one of my accounts. I'm going to give you my perspective, like raw Pulsechain. Like I was a part of the cult for a while, but like also learning, but I'm 100% stepped away. I am not Pulsechain guy. I am not an anything guy. I think a lot of these people are lying, but I'm going to give my full take on what I actually think about the whole ecosystem now, because I still have so much of it, of all of it, that it's kind of like the one thing that's awesome about Pulsechain is you can actually use it basically for free. And again, Ethereum probably right now is like 10 cents a transaction, but that we're still probably like 10 times less than Ethereum right now. Yeah, enough chilling. Nice to see you again. Uh-oh, baby whale. Is he trying to shill on my first day back? What? Have you heard about Wendy's? Where's Wendy's? Where is Wendy's and Motley? Does he have a new coin? Where's Sam Stoll? We're having a phone call tonight. Real quick. Let's look at this pulse chart real quick. Now, I have not presented any charts in a long time. So let me see if they changed any of the buttons. Looks pretty easy. Can we see that? We good to go? Sam will be back. And I don't know if I'm really going to be streaming about crypto. It kind of depends how the next couple of days go. Like let me just pay attention a little longer. So this is the pulse die chart. Let's see when the creation was of this 1 year, 10 months ago. 1 year, 10 months ago. We're on the day candle. I should have sold right here. This is when I made a tweet right here. I remember. I made a tweet right here. I was actually at a camp, like not a camp, but like me and my buddies were like camping at a campground. I made a tweet right here and I was like, thank you, Richard Hart. And then Buck was like, that's a bottom signal. And then everyone sold. It wasn't me he was just saying because I said that he knew. And oh my God, was he right? I should have just taken my 100 bands or 50 bands and gotten out then. And then this God thing happened. I don't remember if it was here or here. No, I think it was here. I'm sorry. I think this is when. But anyway, look, this is a horrible chart. But it kind of still looks like a hockey puck. Kind of still looks like a hockey. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's a deafeningly horrible chart. So my whole concern with the community is like, no, I don't even know about I don't care about the community. That's not really what I meant. My whole issue is that I have to live in a world that makes sense to me. And why won't it let me back on the screen? Oh, here. I got to go full screen. The truth of the matter is, dude, all of these coins that everyone's whining and complaining about are all exactly the same. DAI, Atropa, Pulse, Hex, PulseX. This is what happens when you create a layer one that people can build on for free. I don't know what everyone's like whining about. All right, so if we're looking at the all-time Pulse chart here, and then we go to the all-time DAI chart for that DAI that everyone's losing their noodles about. And if you guys are looking at DAI, do not click around on Dexscreener. There's a lot of them on there. Trust me, I had to check. It's just nuclear war death. It's all the exact same thing with mega 99% drops and mega pumps. This is the same as everything in crypto forever. So I don't care about this PDAI Atropa situation. What you really want to look at is active buyers, active volume, people talking. So from a perspective of someone that just came back, I was not looking into this. I was not looking at this. I was not thinking about this. I did not know what Atropa was. I did not know what PDAI was. I had heard of it once before I left. But everyone's involved, right? So their emotions are engaged. Mine weren't because I just wasn't around. They probably would have been if I was. And I just saw a million tweets, and then it dropped to zero at the same time. Happened to be when I was just sitting there, and I just bought, $500 worth or whatever. And it's like plays like that when you're laying back, don't give a rat's crap. I don't care if that $500 gets thrown into the ether forever. But I mean, these things are light, right? Like they don't have, well, Atropa. I don't understand Atropa with the $15.6 million DAI pair. Like, I think someone might have to explain Atropa to me more. I've watched some of Sami's videos, but I just didn't really. But all I know is I looked at the liquidity. I'm always looking at liquidity and buyers, right? Like I'm looking for that like lower liquidity kind of moving target, but enough where I could get out with like, cut 10 bands, 20 bands, 30 bands or whatever, something like that. And it kind of just fit all the categories, right? Like it was just pennies on the dollar, liquidity not high enough for rich people to get out. And it is what it is. You always have to go back to liquidity with these things, in my opinion. Like I have to research this more, but like all these DAI pairs, there's really no DAI pairs except Atropa, and like there's like a pulse pair on 9mm, whatever. But these things have been moving. And so that's my take. All these coins you see on this side here, they're all the same for the most part. Like you could speculate Pulse and Hex will be around longer than others because Hex, we're all staked. I took out 3 stakes today. That's another big statement. I took out 3 stakes today. It just reminds people and myself that like staking got me back to my computer to click through hex.com for like freaking hour, and the server was so bad, and I was using my other computer, and I had to use my Trezor and blah 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 blah. So getting Hex off of those stakes is not 100% flawlessly easy. It's actually kind of clunky depending on your situation. So I'm on board with the die Atropa thing just because I just like the metrics. I know it's probably blood sucking Pulsechain or whatever, but they created Pulsechain. What the? Pulsechain's a layer 1 that you're supposed to build on and use for free. The only requirement for that, the only ultimate truth is that people are going to build a bunch of flipping things on it and scream about a bunch of things and try to get opportunities. This is all for the 5% of people that are actually making money in crypto. Like, it's all about strategizing. It's all about manipulating people. That's all this is. This is just manipulation and playing off the thrill that people can't wait and don't understand and think it's going to happen quick. And then they're to the point where they're willing to throw. Yeah, I am still renovating E-Type. I'm definitely still renovating. I have plumbing on Saturday and plumbing on Sunday and electric on Saturday, furring out the walls, prepping for drywall Saturday. Then I'll be done. Atropa was built. All right, so don't Atropa and PDI like each other? Because why is everything so bonded together? Did the same lady buy both of them? What's up with DAI and what's up with Atropa? And where can I read about it? Because I don't click around too much anymore. I'm a little nervous right now. I'm a little trigger shy about clicking around too much. I don't care about the channel. Good at. Hold on one sec. Someone's at my freaking door.
How many people are in here?
All right, hold on. Don't say anything too quick. This is my neighbor, Chris. We're talking crypto. Look, these are our people.
How many people are in here right now?
Let's see, 25. And so this is StreamYard. So you actually use StreamYard to publish things on multiple websites. So on multiple things. So I'm streaming right now. If you on here.
And that YouTube or something different?
That's YouTube.
Okay. And what are you recording with this camera right here?
Yeah. Well, I've been using my phone, but I decided to try to do this live setup today.
And is that mic live?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the feedback on the quality?
I check that ASAP. I don't let that linger.
And they say quality's good?
Yeah, they'll just tell me it's good or bad because they'll tell you immediately.
Well, it's annoying as fuck if you're trying to listen to people.
But even if it's just a little bad, Dr. V, everyone say hi to my man, Chris. This is my guy. I'm explaining to them. So Chris knows my situation, how I was doing the same situation you guys know. I stopped 1 year straight, literally did not open a computer. Right, Chris? I was not cryptoing.
Yeah.
And then I just spent the last 20 hours, 30 hours getting back into this stuff. I actually found a lot of money today in like random corners of the internet. Like I think I pulled out like $1,200 from like stuff that I would have not known that I still had to save my life. That's the one cool thing about leaving. So basically these are the coins these guys like, and then I don't know, it's too complicated, but
I just hop right back into where you were. I'll just listen in.
All right, what are you gonna listen on your phone?
No, I'll just watch you fucking do your thing.
Oh, okay. That's fucking stressful, bro.
Why?
Because I'm not used to that. And this is my first actual crypto stream in a while, but actually you can watch. I'm fine.
Do they care if I talk or not? They want me to be quiet.
No, they don't give a shit.
How long have you?
Can you guys hear Chris? Does it sound okay? But watch, you can do this. So when you're streaming, like you go like this, share screen. Okay. So I want to talk to them about this chart right here. So let's pull up a normal chart so we can talk to Chris about it. Because I've been kind of working with Chris a little bit on just the basic stuff that is so stupid and confusing for no reason. Hold on, I'm not in the game right now as far as mentally. So this is a full chart. So that means every candle, Chris, after 24 hours, it forms a candle depending on the mathematic equation. and you can switch it from 1 second to 1 day candles. So like it's just representing what the buys and sells are, as you can see underneath. Like you can see it just totals it up. So right here it says buy volume for the day is 1.6 million. Sell volume for the day is 1.6 million. So this price hasn't changed today. 1.6 million are buys, 1.6 million is sales, 9,513 buys, 9,901 sells. Right. And there's a lot more to it with the liquidity, but right here you can see there's $409,000 sitting in the pool. So we would call that substantial enough where I'm from, on my side of the fence. That means that a normal human that wants to get under $100,000 out probably could strategically. All right, hold on. Let me mess with Chris's head and show him the P-die chart now. It won't matter to him. So if you scooch all the way back.
So when was this coin invented? June of 2024? Is that when the initial start was?
It'll tell you right here. 1 year, 10 months, and 15 days ago, the pair was created. But you got to remember. All right, we'll just make this a lesson for anyone that's new. Most people, really. So the day, how does a chart, questions most people will never ask themselves. And a lot of you guys know this, I know, but a lot of guys don't. Where's the first candle come from? How do you pick the price? How do you know what the price is? How does it become a candle? All right, so if I'm coming out with W Pulse, I get to set the price. Or in W Pulse's case, it was 0 because the first buy sets the price. But that doesn't mean that there's any liquidity. So if I put $20 in there and someone takes $20 out of there, it's going to be 0 again. So really you have to find where the market wants to buy it, and sell it at the same time. So it'll find its groove depending on how distributed the coin is and how many people are talking about it and want to buy it and are willing to go into their bank account and buy it. And so if you see a coin with $406,000 in liquidity, and a lot of people know about it, because in the chat, how many Pulsechain holders are there? How many PLS holders are there? How many PLS holders are there? Hey, Jack, the 21st employee at Google. He's Zen Crypto. I was the first person to ever cover Zen Crypto on the internet, Jack. And Jack's the man. We met up in Vegas and had a good old. Miss you too, bro. Where you at? So again, and then guys like Jack will probably be able to correct me on some of these things too, but this is the 1 day chart. So obviously the variable is what candles you're using, but so remember I told you about those liquidity pools. So what we would do is go to an exchange, Chris. So you want to buy this crypto, right? Just like your brother did. And
yeah.
So you're going to go to an exchange and someone's going to, and this is and so I want to share this tab instead. So we're switching tabs. This is a decentralized exchange. Coinbase is the exact same thing, except people own it. It's a business that can go bankrupt. This is not a business that can go bankrupt. This is just a website that can be emptied of all its people using it. Like if nobody was using this website, it would just be nothing except the words on there. But in this case, there's people that are clicking on this function right here. This function, or buy or sell, obviously, but this function allows me to put my coins. Just imagine I have all of these coins, like all the different coins. They're all different ones. You have to pair them together. When you pair them together, it creates the chart. Okay. You see how it says Pulse Die?
Yeah.
So that's two different coins. And then if we go here, imagine it said Pulse Die. I'm deciding to take my die and my Pulse and put it into this thing, and then I earn. You see, I earn interest on it. We'll just call it interest. That's super important because you have to understand where the money's coming from, because that's anyone who's kind of clueless about this stuff would be like infinite money printer or someone's getting scammed, right? Like it's either one or the other. But in this case, people are deciding to put their money up in this account, and I'll actually show you guys my wallet because this one's just my streamer wallet. So I'm going to want to go here, and then I'm going to go stop screen, present, share screen, window, entire window. I want the entire window. Oh, it does. It still not show my. Oh, it still won't show the MetaMask. But anyway, so I would put my tokens in here, and then depending on this equation, 0.42 liquidity, that's $7.5 million in this contract worth of these coins.
Is that on the higher end or lower end? Like what's Bitcoin, for example?
Well, again, this is one pair on one website. If how many pairs have been created is also kind of confusing because this is just crypto, so every nerd can like make a pair if they want to. Or
I will have to do a dive in deeper on the pair thing. It's still confusing.
Oh, it should be. You see how it says? It should be a little confusing still, to be honest. I'm trying to think what's a good one to look at.
And these are all kind of like altcoins, correct?
Well, this is a layer one. So this is an exact copy of Ethereum. It's just called Pulse.
And are these listed on Coinbase or no?
No, not on Coinbase. Now, there's some more talking we have to do about that. But hey, we got 33 people in here. Hey, real quick, Chris, shut up for a second. I used to have all my music so I could like click a button and then it would start playing music and I could walk away and stuff. But all my stuff got like erased because of my old account on this. But I'm going to show, can I get a bicep in the chat if you've watched my show before today? Like if you watched it last year, and something else in the chat. If you're new, just say new. We're going to show Chris the song DeFi Proof made. I think that Crypto in the Morning song was on here.
Yeah. So the coins that you guys like, any of them have like proprietary properties that make them special?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know like they said like Litecoin was supposed to like use less energy or whatever. That's my small knowledge.
No. So that's a great question, right, guys? That's going to be a classic question that comes up all of the time. Now, let me stop sharing my screen before I click around at my porn escapades or something. Because I always, when you're not skilled at this, you can get into trouble because you'll be like looking at your taxes. So basically what we've covered so far is that, and I am going to not break this down. I'm not doing this anymore. This is just for fun. Just trying to spread my wings. So we'll break this down for Pulsechain in general. And now I'm starting to ramble. You see, you have a whole day lined up, and then your neighbor knocks on the door. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it is such a rabbit hole.
It is, but it's all the same. So when you go to Pulsechain, for example, remember that Dex we were on? That was the website that you could exchange.
Yeah.
Pulsechain has this desk, this Dex, this Dex, this Dex. No, those aren't the Dexes. Where do they list the Dexes now? Oh, my bad. Pulsechain. Oh, up here, the Dexes. Oh, I have to show them this too. Shit. Just for the people that don't pay attention to this stuff and just try to make money, and it's fun to pay attention to. So the Dexes are on the top. Pulsex, we were just on that one. That's the one with the most volume. It'll be furthest to the left if the most money's sitting in it. So this one's the next. This is 9mm. I remember Hexy Bastard made 9mm and 9-inch. Uniswap and SparkSwap. There's more as well, but these are the ones that have the most volume in it. Over the last 24 hours, $40 million of volume have gone in and out of Pulsechain. You see on the left here, you know, Ethereum's there?
Yeah.
Solana, Base, those are the ones that are all different. So they're all different layer ones. Meaning like the code is different for all of them. Kind of. Again, kind of not important at the moment. And then you look at transactions. So like just because something has the most transactions of the day, this is all in the 24-hour, Wrap Bitcoin, WPLS has 7,000 transactions today. That doesn't mean it's not garbage. I don't know what's going on with Wrap Bitcoin. Oh, wait. Is that an actual Wrap Bitcoin? with liquidity. Wow, I didn't know we had that. And then there's all these meme coins you'll see, blah blah blah. So you got to know what you're kind of looking at, and you got to know where everything else was before. Like a lot of these things were at high valuations for a long time. But I think the most important thing is every pair, somebody had to go into PulseX and add WBTC, WPLS so that people could trade it. Someone has to go in and create a pair. And then it pops up as a candle. So that's why these things can be so confusing, because these candles can be manipulated based on volume, transactions, like in getting pinched into a corner where there's only one pair and the guy, locked liquidity, yada, yada, yada. It's kind of confusing as crap. Like you'll see something with 300, and I remember like Zen Day One, Jack had like $1 million liquidity. I was like, I know they put that in there. They had to have, or something. Like, why is there so much liquidity in some things? Because one person put it all in there. So basically, unless people are talking about this stuff, the reason I bought PDI and Atropa is because I just turned on the internet for the first time in a year and everyone was talking about it and it dropped to the ground. So I was like, I'm going to buy it. That's the only reason. So if people are talking, I thought there'd be more to it. But Hex, for example, there's lots of Hexicans in the chat. No, Chris doesn't really know what an ETH copy is. He's kind of like,
I've heard of Ethereum or whatever, but I don't know. Like
he's not. Everyone say hi to Jim Rat. That's right, Jack. GRC20. Hey, this is what we'll do. Me and him will go to the drawing board. We'll come back with a token, a GRC20, and then you guys can get scammed on something that's at least fun for me. Last cycle GRC was learning. Now he is the teacher. That's right. I was doing a lot of learning last. Hi, Jim Rat. Oh wow, we have a lot of people in here. I'm going to go down the list real quick. Oh my God, I got to go down the list. There's been a lot of action. I'm sorry, I'm so new. I can't even remember how to do it. How many pulse hold? Goldie, is that? You're in LA, my man. Hope the kids are doing good. Hope the wifey's doing good. Hope the dog's doing good. The Zen Doge. Hi, everyone. Hexican, Michelle, PulseX, Dex. I don't even think super chats are allowed anymore. Oh, you need the music. No, he's talking about Jim Rat year old school. OG Jim Rat Club right here, folks. Hexican Papa has been the OG Jim Rat Club. Last cycle GRC was learning. All right, we're almost there. Please do it better than 10. I thought Jim Rat OD'd like 2 years ago. Jesus.
Britt McGinnis is in the
Where's
mix.
Britt? Hey, Britt. Hey, we don't know her. We don't know anyone. What's up, Britt? Great to see you. Are you going to?
Do you want to go?
How long? How many
2
minutes?
hours.
No, how long do you go?
15, 20.
Yeah, let me just do this for 10 more minutes.
We're going. I want to be in the.
Hey, we'll do one.
Yeah.
Can I set up a stream where me teaching Chris and I'll actually like.
Yeah, it'd be nice to teach a layperson. Just we can go step 1 through 10.
Well, I can actually write it down, so like, if I don't think about it.
And also I can ask good questions because I really don't know the answers.
Yeah, like guys, for everyone in the chat, Chris isn't like on the sideline. Like he does not pay attention. Like these guys are in the mix. You know when you're
these are like high level traders.
He's a real estate agent, so no, I wouldn't even say high level traders. They're just
looking at it every day.
It's part of their life.
Yeah,
right. Like, and
so here's my story. I bought XRP 3 years ago, and I lost it on. I think it was Bitsane. I think it was a fake website out of Ireland. I bought a little bit of Bitcoin on Coinbase, but that's about it. Later.
All right. Hey, give me a minute.
All right.
I'm going to call you in a minute. Yeah. So welcome back, bro. One love. RH Max. What's good? All right. So we got 40 in the chat. Chris just came in. He is primed to buy Zen. No, I'm not. Dude, he just threw me off in the worst way. In the worst way. I have not streamed in a year. My new bam, 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 bam. That's crazy. The balls on that guy. I'm just kidding. He's one of my best friends. Yeah, so this is what we'll do actually. I'm going to set up the stream where Chris, that life gives you ideas. I'm going to set up a screen where I'm going to set up the stream way better, like have good already. Me teaching Chris, like kind of going from like how the candle starts and the liquidity getting put in and the decentralized system itself. As far as like another couple things people need to remember is like crypto is not the internet. You can use crypto without the internet. It's kind of difficult sometimes, but you can. You can send crypto without the internet. So let's understand again what blockchain is, how the mining solutions, and again, I don't even remember the verbiage, but the transaction solutions for all of this stuff, let's remember that. We got to go through, I got to write this down. We got to go through. I would like to too. You guys really want to talk to Buck and Wendy, tell them to call me, text me. I'd love to. Those guys are solid guys. And I'm not saying I know anything about their project. I don't know anything about it. Yeah, come on, dude. Goldie, you know me, brother. Don't even. I should just do a show with RH Max, like later, whenever he's free. Jack, we'll do a show together too. I have questions for you, sir. Biceps in the chat if you want to see some of these shows. Let's see. He just can't remember that bald dude who snorted TRT you used to collab with. Snorted TRT? Dude, I guarantee Sam Stolt made more money today than I did in 3 months. Sam Stolt is a god amongst men. Dr. V. Ray, just light it up with biceps in the chat. Light it up. Light it up. I would love a catch-up stream with Jack Levin too. That's absolutely. This time around on YouTube, I'm doing it on my terms. My terms. And I'm not burning out, and I'm doing it whenever I want. I mean, I'll be structured to an extent, but hold on. I got to make one text message real quick. Oops. GG's in the chat. Hold on. Dude, this is my first time streaming for real in a year. I did some of my housework while I was streaming, but that was kind of to see how the phone streaming was. You best believe once I figure out how to do this stuff again, we're going to have great audio, great message, great education, good questions. Mission statement, always be learning. What we're doing here, we're figuring out these processes so that we can succeed in the future. Because as I did 5 years ago, learn these processes, it's now working for me. I have stakes in every sort of place. I fumble around on a computer I didn't even know was mine anymore. I can find like $1,000 on there. That's good for me because I went through and it was all about a learning process for me. It was never about money. Everyone thought it was about money. I even sometimes thought it was about money. But to me, it's about this is technology. This is where it's going. I got to learn to place my money, move in this system, learn these systems, not be fooled by these systems because everyone's trying to get you, man. Jack shared this stream. Maybe just do this now. Is that what he wants? Is that what the man wants? No, because I want to prepare. I want to prepare. I need to prepare. And I need to hang out with my friends. We're going to somewhere. It's so good to see everyone though, for real. Like the last year of my life, I'm going to be 100% honest. You know, this is not about money, selling, doing anything. I don't even know if I'll ever stream about crypto again after this day. For real. I might. But the most important thing is like, I stepped away from this stuff completely to the point where it wasn't even exist in my mind. All the money, any of the money that I had did not exist in my mind in the last year. I got a different job. I started renovating my house and I just fell in love with that mission. That's the mission that I wanted to do. And I was all in. I was all in and I forgot everything about crypto because I'm an all in guy. So like where my energy tells me to go, I have to go. When my energy started saying you should rebrand your YouTube channel and start a new business, I was like, I'm going to do that. You know, my RuneScape account, I actually logged on a couple days ago, but I couldn't find it in me to like get a member's account and start moving around because slippery slope. That's a slippery slope. Yeah, so basically, anyway, I am going to be taking it easy, dialing in my content, actually becoming a content creator of sorts. Like I'm not just going to spam stuff on the internet anymore. I am going to write stuff down, make a video, do a live stream, everything planned. And I know I probably seen planned before, but now I'm going to try to be a little more buttoned up, a little less manic, a little more boom. You feel me? Well, what about now I remind you of a young Al Pacino. I think I have too much hair on my face right now, but that's what people call me in public. This is like everyone's favorite thing to call me in public. Let me show you. Right here. No, not this. Boom. This Al Pacino back in the day. I kind of see it low key. There's a little more gruffy for the kid. He's kind of. I don't. That's what the. Yeah, so I guess we can set up a stream for tomorrow. 50 in here off a year break. I mean, that's incredible. That makes me absolutely motivated to learn, study, and grind. I was going to get into some stuff today, but my neighbor, I miss streaming. I don't miss streaming about crypto. I don't miss crypto people. I don't miss crypto people. I don't miss people pretending, lying about their intentions all the time. I always believe people. That's another thing I learned from crypto and the job I just had. Like I think people are the best until they prove otherwise, which is stupid to do. You should just be in the middle about people. I'm always like, this is a great guy. And then like a year later, I'm like, oh, that was the biggest piece of crap I've ever met in my life. Find Jack in the path of Zen. Dude, I am the path of Zen. How dare you? Zen is my baby. No, I'm just kidding. I was the 200th person to ever mint Zen, and I did it live. I set all that up before everyone and somehow managed to full screen it to everyone live, mint 201, and everyone was freaking out about it. It was crazy. Come on show tomorrow at 2:30. I'll be there. No, I don't want to say I'll be there yet, but I'll message you. I'll message you because I don't want to open my mouth. But at the end of the day, guys, my summary of like the Hex Pulse situation is Hex, Pulse, and Pulse X will survive because they have to kind of, right? Like unless someone makes a bigger Dex, unless someone has a coin where everyone's staking for 15 years. Like I took out 3 stakes today, dude. I had to go. I cannot. After all these years, I'm still going to my computer to take out Hex stakes. And it's like, okay, like I can see how this is a little stickier than your average teddy bear coin. So yeah, that's all she wrote. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the like button. If we get to 100 likes, I'll definitely stream tomorrow, 100%. I want some feedback. Let me get some feedback. What do we need? What do we want? What do we got? I have totally enjoyed my experience with crypto in the last 2 days, only because I am finding money on the internet that I did not know I had, which can be ultimately fun. I do, now that I came back to it, because I didn't even think if I believed in Hex, Pulse, or any of that stuff. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I'll do a stream with Jack tomorrow if we set up. I'll do it. I need 100 likes though, men, and that's by like now. Gosh, I keep reading the chat and forgetting what I'm saying, dude. That's lame. Oh yeah, so I came back. Everything is, I still like the stuff for the same reasons I like the stuff. After playing around with everything, looking at everything, I like cheap gas fees, and I like having a lot of the coin that you need the cheap gas fees for. Ethereum was only 10 cents a transaction, but we know that's, it's the lowest Ethereum transaction amount in a while, probably. I haven't looked, but I can imagine. I think it's important that we just step back from everything. All these coins are so down bad, and a lot of people have tried to scam you and tell you things would work out and all this crap. The market is in bad shape right now when it comes to people's like flimsy investments. Like, let's be honest. People need cash right now. I need cash right now. Everyone needs cash right now. But people are also willing to work right now and move, make moves, get busy. I think it's a time where everyone gets busy. I think the United States, I can only speak for the United States, we're about to get busy. I don't know about the politics. I don't know about the tariffs. I don't know about anything. All I know is people want to get busy. People are still using crypto. The total volume in crypto always keeps going up. So obviously, right? Duh. But the total number of users, the total volume, more. These systems are getting a little easier, still clunky. MetaMask still clunky. Going to do a cross-chain swap to get Pulsechain money to Ethereum, super clunky. Like, what? So I did my Maryland state taxes the other day. I owed a lot of money. Going to their website and trying to give them money, because I had to do like a payment plan. I did not want to pay it all at once. So I had to like email them, and I was like, hey, can I do a chunk, and a chunk? That's the way that you do it in Maryland. You have to email someone. And it's not like people don't run into this problem. It happens all the time. So I was like, email. The clunkiest, worst, couldn't get a hold of anyone. All I was doing is trying to genuinely pay my taxes back for real. And that was clunky. Trying to get money from Pulsechain to Ethereum and out, clunky. Crypto's still clunky. That means there's opportunity here as well. Crypto is clunky still. Like, I want people to remember, it's slow. It's not what people think of crypto, and they think of like laser beams that are just like futuristic stuff. No, I don't feel that. I feel like it's still like in the Stone Ages, and I feel like we're not even using it for the right reasons, but we're trying to. And I feel like the government can rule out us using it for the right reasons at any moment. So there's a lot of confusion. Jim Rat, Jack, you've always been nice to me. That's all I know. And he's always been calm, right? Like, Jack obviously has different intentions for what he's doing than I do, right? He's in a different stage of his life. But he's friendly. He's nice. He makes people feel like they're not small. He doesn't try to make people feel small, which is nice. It's more about freedom of speech and movement. It's freedom of humans doing whatever the F they want. That's true. I will be myself with loyalty. Yes, sir. Everybody smash a like on your way out. Thank you so much for everything. Really cool to be back with 50 viewers, makes me feel like I'm kind of can start getting dialed again and giving decent content. If I want to do that, Jack, I will message you. I told, who else did I just mention that I said I would? Who was it? I'm not going to look. RH Max. RH Max, I'll message you. Everybody have an amazing day. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Share it to a friend if you enjoyed the episode. Leave a comment below with any ideas you have for future episodes. In the Saga continues. YouTube arc. Here we go. God bless. Life is good.